Once I was reading midday newspaper, and when I read word rhythm, workshop on rhythm, I immediately called on phone and I said ki I want to book for it. And they said ki okay, the workshop is for 2 days, you can join. They told me the fees and I paid them the fees. And I was in so much busy mode that I didn't see particularly what kind of a rhythm they are talking about, because as a doctor I was more interested about the brain rhythm. The most wonderful thing happened was that when I went to the place, I found that it's a great Prithviraj theatre, and in that Prithviraj Theatre, there was a workshop by the London's School of Drama University, head of that, Mr. Dr. Paul Godwin. You can Google it. And unfortunately, I was late for his workshop. He is a very disciplined teacher. He doesn't allow anybody to enter in his class if you are even a 1 second late. I was total 15 minutes late. And I was just discussing with the receptionist and making an argument that I want to go, I want to attend it. Though I was not doing what is going inside, but somehow I have got some idea that it is Prithviraj Theatre, means it means something about drama, it must be. The moment I entered in the hall, I saw a great, pleasant, very senior teacher, Dr. Paul, and there were 20 students in front of him. As I entered, I was a bit nervous because it was a new environment for me. And I asked him, "May I come in, sir?" And he said, "Wait." So I said, he may not allow me to attend the class. So he said, if you will tell any sentence or any quote of William Shakespeare in your experience, then we will allow you in the class. I was like, William Shakespeare, and like my brain was on a merry-go-round, and it was like I am not having any idea about it. I was like, but still, I tried to summon the courage, and I told that before coming here, I was not sure I should be here to be or not to be. And he laughed, all the students also laughed, and he allowed me in the class. So that was my entry in the rhythm workshop. And from that moment, the next 2 days were so much exploring things for me, because I was a very new person to that. And there were actors also in that. Alek Padam Singh sir's daughter was there. Some other actors also were there. Because Paul Godwin is one of the very important name. And he was going to teach how the Shakespeare has created the rhythm in his sonata or his poems. I was very new to it, and I was curious also. So I said, okay, let's go for it. And I immediately get immersed in that environment. So on the first day, he gave us a script. And in that script, he has given 4 lines to read to everybody. That script was having more than 40 lines, and everybody has a 2 to 3 lines in it. As that all actors were quite trained. So after reading that, everybody was reading it, and when my number came, the first boy who was sitting next to me was he read that, and he said, "Do you love me?" And he said with such a passion and so much curiosity that I was like, I was confused. So that Paul Godwin sir was sitting in front of us. He was in the center actually. And he said, "Do you love me?" I was like, what the hell is going here? I said, "No." He said, Dr. Manisha, read your lines. And in that lines, it was, yes, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And all the Shakespearean lines were there. And it was so much awkward thing for me because in drama, you have to talk such a language. And in our daily life, we don't talk like that. So and so that was the first session, and then the second session was that about how to express our thoughts and feelings. So he gave us a different kind of a scenarios in which how to create the sadness in the voice, how to create, and he always tell when you are on a stage, you should storm the stage. You must create that kind of a energy. And he has given a very nice example of Shakespeare. William Shakespeare wrote in one of his poem that just like a crooked accountant adds 2 3 zeros extra in the total amount, and that amount becomes so big, in the same way I am going to add some zeros in the experience which you are going to get through this stage. So it was such a nice thing that we are creating that experience. That means it's something new, fascinating, curious. He said how to express through our face, how to create our voice. Always you have to be loud, you have to show something is extraordinary going. So for that he has given certain kind of a training, how to pronounce the words, how to have a confidence in our voice, and how to manage our speech, how to slow down our talk, and different, so many different things, expressions and voice. It was the main things in that teaching. Then he told us that how to understand the situation, how to get involved in that situation, and how to he has given a very nice example. He said, just imagine a stamp. We create a design on that stamp, and once we create that design, when we put that stamp in the ink, and when we take that stamp and we just press it on paper or any cloth, then you get the same design. It's the creating impressions. So he said, by creating impressions on the minds of audience, you are creating that magic. For that, your design should be clear here. For that, you must practice for that design. And for that, you must create that energy, that passion. And you should put all your heart in that. That was such a nice experience. And on second day he explained us that why Shakespeare had written the poems the way he has written, what was going in his mind, why the rhythm was like that, how he has the creativity to write the poems. And these poems, when I understood first time, it was so meaningful, it was having so much depth. Sometimes I felt very romantic, sometimes I felt very sad, sometimes I had a tears in my eyes. So it was so much effective words. So the rhythm of Shakespeare was the workshop's main topic, and that rhythm was the rhythm of the poem, and that was the rhythm of heart of William Shakespeare. He was full of emotions, and he could express his emotions to connect so deeply with the audience that it really has created a long lasting impact on my mind. And as I was very differently feeling and very new to this area, I was it was a very novel experience for me. Dr. Paul Godwin appreciated me. We have created a small stage show in which he appreciated my act, and he said, Manisha, you have all potential to become an actor and you should practice this. I said, I don't know, sir. But he was very giving right kind of a confidence. He was very disciplined. He was very detached from all the students. And he taught us that you have to be very serious about your act, because it's your duty to carry that message from divine to the audience. So he always said, it's not in our hand, we just have to surrender ourselves on the stage, and then that power automatically downloads and expresses the most beautiful things. I was mesmerized. From that moment, I started to learn more about William Shakespeare. I tried to learn more and more his quotes. And one quote I remember, which is very true when I attended this workshop about for me. The in one quote, William Shakespeare says, "The fortune is bought in most of the boats which are not traveled." So this was so nice thinking. The boats which are never used, the treasure is inside that. So this acting kind of a thing was a thing which I never used. I never thought that it will give me inspiration, but it was by my good luck that I got him as a teacher. He still gives me inspiration, and he always tells me through LinkedIn and email that, Manisha, think about it. He also asked me for 2 3 shows, acts also. But as I am a doctor and as I am a different field, I never thought about it. But I would like to tell you this experience, just to absorb different kind of cultures, different kind of versatile experience, which will make you enrich, and that definitely make me enriched. And this is a treasure in my heart of Rhythm of William Shakespeare with the help of Dr. Paul Godwin. Thank you.